Hey Ohio, She Shreds with Rasan here. And before we get into it, you got to listen to this new tune, Unsaid, out by Plaster, a kick ass band coming to you from Dayton. Take a listen. All right, what's up, Ohio? Back with She Shreds with Rasan, and I'm super excited tonight. I have a special guest with me. This is a few of the guys from the band Plaster, and they are out of Dayton, Ohio. We'll do introductions here in a second, but I came across these guys, believe it or not, on TikTok. Just scrolling through, and the more bands that I check out, obviously the algorithm knows what to feed me, so it fed me some Plaster. And yeah, I reached out to these guys, and they seem pretty cool. They've got a single that's out that we'll talk about here in a little bit too. But so with me tonight, I've got Scott, who plays bass, and Hayden, who's the vocalist, and then Gabe, who does guitar and some vocals. And although they're missing a couple members, we're just gonna hang out and shoot the shit and see what else comes up. So thanks for being on with me tonight, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having
Yes, absolutely. Tell me, what Plaster, where did you come up with the name for your band? What went into that? I'm always interested to hear these stories.
Was you right?
No, it was Alex.
Was it Alex?
It's Alex who isn't here tonight, but
Okay.
the name sounded cool. It's as simple as that.
There's no deeper meaning.
Okay. So it's not like somebody got plastered and there's a big story behind that or something. Okay.
Funny enough, it's not even anything to do with alcohol either. So it is just a name.
I mean, it could be.
It could be. It might be.
It's up for interpretation.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's why I asked, because you just never know these days. Honestly, you don't. So, okay. So you have a single out called Unsaid, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That we do.
And that came out in August?
Yeah, it was August 22nd. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So yeah, I was listening to that and checking out your YouTube video. So I was impressed with the production. Is that something that you guys worked on, did yourselves, or did you go through a production guru? I guess, how'd you set that up?
Yeah, we did most of that song from home. So we just plugged guitars in, and recorded right here in this room.
In the room we're filming right now.
That is so sweet. I love hearing these stories because, yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. So I was impressed. Yeah, I mean, you guys are a younger generation. So in some of my episodes, we've been talking to, just thinking about like what it was like, even 20 years ago compared to now. So yeah, tell me, I guess, what all went into the production for the single and how you got it pushed out to YouTube. I'm interested to hear. Tell an old lady.
Yeah, so we had been working on that song in particular for pretty close to a year, just doing demos and demos and demos back and forth, recording on voice memos on our phones, just trying to build this track up. And we didn't even have Hayden that long in the process when we started actually recording the song. So we had an interface, we had our guitars plugged directly into them, and we worked with a good friend named Rusty. He is a music teacher and he does a little bit of production on the side. So he's the one who was able to take our raw signals and just take it a little further and create a polished track. So most of it was just rehearsing, and staying up very late, rehearsing and writing, just getting it done. We were able to get the song recorded and released within a month.
Wow. So you said it started like a year ago. Is that because it was you're just kind of like piecing it together then, like the lyrics, or?
Well, really just the instrumentals, because Hayden joined a little later into the process. So it was just the four of us. It's showing a thumbs up. The four of us, me, Scott.
Where did that thumbs up come from?
I have no idea.
I did a thumbs up and then it like popped up.
That is okay. That is new. I have no idea where that came from. Right. I'll take it.
A thumbs up for the rest of the night. Yeah. So it was just the four of us instrumentally practicing and writing songs because we had never done that before. And then when Hayden came along. Luckily, he's good at writing lyrics, in my opinion.
I was with you guys for like what 2 or 3 months before we started recording on set.
Yeah.
Even that.
Okay.
No. It was a little longer because you joined in March. In March of
Of this
Right.
year?
25.
This year.
Yeah, this year. So
Oh, wow.
We were rocking a 4-piece, no vocalist for like a year at least, just writing.
Okay.
because we have more songs on the way. That means
Okay.
we were
So you were needing the vocalist then.
yeah. It was a hunt.
Okay.
Was
Yeah,
it-
we went through a few iterations before we got to Hayden, but I think it was worth it. So, but it was hard nailing somebody down, somebody who wasn't busy with other stuff.
Okay. So, but yeah, I mean, what was the process like for you while you were searching for a vocalist? I mean, sure that you probably knew what you wanted, sound or what have you. Tell me a little bit about that.
yeah. Yeah. It was just it was pretty hard at first because none of us in our group had done gigging music. We hadn't been in the local scene. We'd only, been to a few shows, saw some local acts, but weren't like well connected with anybody in the scene. So we had to just use every resource we could try to find, which was there's an app called Vamper that's like a
Yep. Heard
musician
of Amper.
type app. So we searched in there, had some
What do you
audition.
think of Vamper?
Mixed,
Think mixed.
mixed feelings.
Mixed.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I'm asking for personal reasons, but yeah, I don't know. It might be because I'm just a mom and older and had some reservations, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Haven't
there are
heard a
certainly
lot.
characters. There's certainly characters on there. It's just, if you're going on there to connect for the sake of production, I think it's really nice. I think there are a lot of
Okay.
producers and networking type individuals in there. On the creative side, I think there are less creatives who I don't know. I don't know the best way to say it, but I think there might be not as quality of options when it comes to some creatives on there. But
Okay.
for the production side of things and networking, doing things such as like a podcast or an interview, it could be a useful tool for sure.
Yeah, great for connections, but if you're going on there to find somebody to play an instrument or sing a part in a band, like it's good talent's hard to come by because they've been swooped up already. You know what I mean? So that's why I got stuck with me.
But other than Vamper, we went through coworkers and friends and family, and we tried to sing. Like I tried to sing, you tried to sing. It was passable, but not like the sound. But Hayden, Scott, and I both met working at TJ Chumps.
Yep.
We all worked together at
TJ
one point or
Chumps.
another. Yeah.
Yeah.
We worked at a sports bar. We all worked in a kitchen, and I remembered that he did some music and hit him up, and the rest is history.
Very lucky. He was very excited and stayed excited. So, and now it's just as
Awesome. That
much
is so cool. Well, and when you look back on it too, you'll be able to say that, you stuck it out until you got the right person. So,
Yeah.
and every band I'm sure is different, different
Yeah,
in all types of things that you're looking for. It just really depends.
it was frustrating when we were cycling through for a little bit, but it led to us having Hayden. So like, no harm, no foul. I think it was worth it. I wouldn't change it.
Oh, Hayden, I think they like you.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
guys,
like this.
you
Yeah,
guys.
we like him.
But no, it kind of works out because I mean, we all kind of already got along before the whole band thing even started. Like I already knew these guys. Kind of ended up working out.
Cool. And then
Got your brother.
who are the other two that we're missing tonight?
We are missing Jack, who is our drummer, and Alex, who is our lead guitarist.
Okay. Well, hello, Jack and Alex. Sorry that we missed you. We'll just talk about you. We'll just talk shit about you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Our favorite thing to do.
We were going to do that anyway.
Okay. Even better. All right. So yeah, you mentioned that you do have some other singles coming out. How soon do you plan to push some more out? Are we talking about like one at a time, or are you gonna multiple a record? I guess. What are your plans?
Yeah, hopefully by the start of next year, we will at least have another single out. But right now, we're actually working with Huge Face Productions. Shout out Alex and Austin. They are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So Huge Face Productions is helping us record 7 songs right now. So we're gonna release a single, another single, and maybe we'll drop the whole thing. So
Okay.
that plan is still up in the air. Next Thursday we're going back to the studio to finish up the guitars, and then we'll get a better timeline. So
All right. So I was
Yeah.
checking out some of the places where you've been playing, and it looks like you've had a really good, energetic crowd so far. The one place that you have played, I think it was called Hidden Gem. Where is that at? Because I was just talking to somebody in a recent podcast, and they said that that was one of their places they like playing at, but I don't remember what
Yeah.
town it's in.
Hidden Gems Centerville.
Okay. All right. And then you had a couple other places, but it looked like you had a pretty good crowd. It was on a Sunday night crowd.
Belmont Billiards.
Belmont Billiards.
Yeah. Yeah.
We-
So good job,
we-
you guys. Rocking it on a Sunday night. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Where else?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we love Belmont. They're not even actually open on Sundays. We rented the space out to do that
What?
show. It was just a great time, that Sunday show.
look at the calendar. We have another hidden gem coming up on the 23rd of this month, and on the 22nd, the day before, we're playing at Jester's Cards and Games.
Yeah, it's in Milford.
Yeah, in Milford. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are some upcoming ones. Towards the beginning of next year, we're going to be playing Blind Bob's. I mean, pretty
Staple.
normal Dayton
Yeah.
place to go. Trying to get in at Yellow Cab. Obviously, we're pretty
We
new.
do have
So
a show there. We have a show at Yellow Cab as well next year.
yeah, but upcoming, we're playing at Jester's. It's going to be a great time.
All right. Cool. And then, like, where do you see yourself going in, say, a year from now? Where would you guys like to be?
Physically, anywhere but Ohio. Well, anywhere including Ohio. But I would.
I
would-
love Ohio. Okay.
No, I don't have a problem with Ohio. I just mean I want to.
Branch out.
I want to go new places.
Yeah.
I would love to be touring in some capacity. Whether we'll be there in a year's time or not, I'm not entirely sure. But I would love to be hopping state to state.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great time
I
because
think, like-
I'm not very traveled and I want to change that.
I think like
Well,
Philly
yeah,
or something
the
could be
world is
cool.
yours, honestly. Yeah.
Philly would be great.
You just
Philly has a
never
great
know. I mean, I just feel like the opportunities are so much more different now for bands that are just now getting started. And a lot of it's, because of the social media and just the way that you can connect now compared to when I was, younger.
Right.
Yeah, for us, we've gotten incredibly lucky to play the shows that we have so far. And honestly, it's Instagram to think. The local scene in Dayton, a lot of bands in our age bracket just use Instagram. Everybody's using a group chat there and setting up shows, and the communication is pretty solid on Instagram. So
I mean, that's where like all but one of our shows has been set up.
yeah,
is through,
one or two.
through
Yeah.
Instagram direct message. It's just all on Instagram.
Then like all the Dayton
Yeah, I
bands, they
was-
like each other. It's really nice.
I was reaching out to a guy because I was asking him for some tips on my show because I haven't had a podcast series for a long time. I just started it this year. So I was reaching out to him and he said that he reaches out to, most everybody through Instagram. So yeah, I guess whatever you find that works,
I feel like our generation likes Instagram and we don't like Facebook as much. Even if there's more functionality for like events in Facebook, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is like ease of access for us.
We had to set up a Facebook page for us because we had a show that was being planned through Facebook instead of Instagram like we normally do. And I was setting it up
Okay.
and it was so foreign. I have not touched Facebook in so long. When I tried to set it up, I was like, it was so
Do you use TikTok a lot?
Not enough.
Yeah, not
yeah,
enough.
we need to for sure.
Like,
No.
my whole emphasis with the social medias has been Instagram is good for like pushing out your local scene and like getting people that already follow you to look at your stuff, and then TikTok is good to branch out and like get pushed to the algorithm for like people outside of your area.
I mean, TikTok has done
Yeah.
crazy things for music at every level. I mean, like, there are so many bands that went from nothing to everything overnight on TikTok. And then even like legacy bands like Deftones had massive resurgences in popularity because of it. So we
Yeah.
need to something there.
Absolutely.
Well, you never know. Till you try. But the thing with TikTok is, you can just go down so many rabbit holes because the algorithm, it's going to feed. Nobody can make sense of the algorithm with TikTok. So let me tell you, if you get on there and you think that you're gonna like grow your followers and get these people to follow you and, like have 10,000 followers and stuff, and these TikTokers will be on there telling you, how you do it and stuff, not not a lot of it works.
Yeah,
At
a
least it
lot of
didn't for me. But there's just so many rabbit holes. That's what I'm saying. So you can go on there and start looking for bands and start listening to music, and you start liking and following people and stuff. But then all of a sudden you'll get some crazy motherfucker in your feed, and you're like, "What? I didn't like that earlier, did I? Why is that coming up?" I mean, it's just so crazy. It's so vast, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like there's for the sake of marketing for the band, like everybody kind of has to play the game in a way. But I think our best foot forward is just create what we like, just like we do with our music. I mean, sonically, we don't create something we hate. We genuinely are proud of what we do and we love it. So long as our image remains authentic in TikTok, even if we don't get 10,000 followers or something like that,
Right.
we can just remain consistent, and the people who
That's the
appreciate what
key.
we do will find us. So
Yeah, that's the key, consistency, honestly. Um, and yeah, I wouldn't, for you guys, I don't think you need to worry about growing and having so many followers and things like that. It's going to be more of, where you want it, the direction that you want to take your music in the future of your band. So just don't get stuck in the, I guess, get sucked up in the rabbit holes. If
Yeah,
you do
Right.
start TikTok, that's all I'm saying. That's all I can say. Once you start, you'll know what I mean. It's crazy. Maybe
Yeah,
just
don't
stick
get
to
put on
Instagram.
10,000. Nice.
yeah,
yeah, right.
I just try to stay in that mindset that like stuff like follower counts and like money from gigs is all a bonus.
Yeah.
I try to stay in that mindset because I feel like the best way to do it is to not expect anything and just do it because you enjoyed doing it. So that's just the mindset that I've been. And then if we do get a decent payout from a show, it's like, sweet. Now I have money
Bonus.
too. So that's cool. But I try not to let it be what it's about for me. I think we all share that mentality.
Yeah, because then if you do feel like you've got to do it to make money or, for numbers, say, where is the joy in that?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important
Well,
to
actually,
enjoy.
that's what happens when you get a manager. You get managed, and then, yeah, you are working for somebody.
I would like to make the
Yeah.
music that we enjoy making for as long as possible.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about the music, not about the numbers or anything like that. That's just the byproduct.
Right.
Agreed.
Ditto. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what he said.
Said.
So tell me, what kind of musical influences do each of you have that you bring to the band?
It definitely varies. Like we have some overlap, but
Yeah, for me, I'm pretty inspired by the new metal era, like
Okay.
Korn, Limp Bizkit, I mean Deftones, System of a Down, like that's kind of what I grew up on, and so that
Okay.
that feeds into my guitar playing. Like I absolutely love groove and anything of the sort that grooves. But other than that, there's a lot of really cool prog influences that I like. I mean, I like Animals as Leaders. They're absolutely crazy. I think Periphery is like the band's biggest
100%.
Yeah.
That's
biggest
on my
influence.
list.
Periphery, if you've never heard Periphery,
I have not. I'm
they
not
are
familiar with them.
oh cool. We're actually seeing them live
2 weeks.
in 2 weeks. Yeah, we're seeing them live with Spirit Box.
2 weeks from today.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I like Spirit Box.
yeah. So they're supporting Spirit Box on their tour, and they are just monsters. Like the theory crafting and like every part of their music is just like a deeper layer than just surface level.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it jogs my brain. That's what gets me going. Like I need the music that either grooves really well or
Very
makes
rhythm
me
heavy.
makes me have to intentionally listen.
Mm.
You know,
Me and Gabe are both very rhythm inspired and rhythm focused, which I mean it makes sense because we are rhythm section, like instrumentally. Bands like Periphery are just very rhythm focused, not the most melodic songs in the world. And so like that type of stuff is a huge inspiration just kind of across the board. For me, I draw a lot of inspiration from just super like technical death metal songs. I don't quite have what it takes to fully draw inspiration from those, but bands like Fit for an Autopsy, big into Necrophagist
Oh yeah.
recently, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
unfortunate because the discography is so limited. Periphery as well, Animals as Leaders, and not quite as techy, but definitely proggy. I'm a big Tool fan as well.
Okay.
And every subsidiary Maynard band, Perfect Circle, all that. So
If I had to say, my inspirations vocally are, man, that's a tough one. The overlap with Periphery, obviously, they're great. If you haven't listened to them, you should check
I
them
mean,
out.
and we could even be talking about what you started listening to as a toddler.
Oh,
Yeah.
everything. That's a hard question. I'd be here all night.
You can't say everything.
that's cheating.
No, I win the I win the
No, I
I
think
listen
it's
to.
interesting though, honestly.
But I grew up listening to like Killswitch Engage, Avenged Sevenfold, Korn, Slipknot. Like those are my big like rock metal kind of influences vocally. But yeah, just like some early 2000s rock.
Corey Taylor.
Break,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
or like Breaking Benjamin, just stuff like that. Like
Big Breaking Benjamin fan.
How did you
right
not
here.
mention Breaking Benjamin?
Oh, you're a big Breaking Benjamin?
I am
You
the
like Breaking Benjamin?
huge Breaking Benjamin.
the Breaking Benjamin.
Really?
Hey,
Yeah.
Here, while we're right here,
Yes.
this
Gotta
is
show and tell.
this is the guitar that I use for all of our music.
Everything was written on this. Well, almost everything.
Almost everything.
Beautiful.
It's a Breaking Benjamin signature guitar. So
Oh, no,
I'm shocked you didn't mention Breaking
that's
Benjamin first.
nice.
Every day when you come to me with a new like, what do you think of this riff? I think this riff's really cool. Every single time, all I can hear is Breaking Benjamin.
well, I don't, man, come on.
Not in a bad way. I like it. It's just, it's definitely there.
We just saw it was him and Lacey Sturm, Josh and Lacey Sturm. They did like an acoustic set just a couple months ago that we went and saw. It was pretty good.
That's
Nice,
awesome.
Nice.
Before we move on from inspiration, I think
Yeah.
something cool to note is for the instrumentalists in the band, we all come from a classical music background actually. So
Oh, really? Do tell.
I played trumpet for many years, you played clarinet for many years.
Yeah.
Our
All
other
right.
guitarist Alex played saxophone. I did some
Sweet.
opera singing in college.
Oh, I love it.
And our drummer Jack is currently in school for music education. So he teaches a lot of indoor drumline and does a lot of things in the band sphere. So we
Wow,
apply
you
some
guys
of that.
just have a lot of talent among you.
We've just
You really do.
practiced a lot.
We've
We
all
just
been-
tried a lot of things.
We've all been doing like instruments and music in general since we were in like 5th grade. So I would hope by now we
Oh
would
my
be.
God, my heart. My heart.
You guys were doing that rap beats.
That counts.
That does count.
That counts.
Like,
it's a different.
What
avenue,
did
but it
you
counts.
say? Did I hear something about track beat? What'd you say?
While they were doing that with all their music school and classical music stuff, I was just I used to not even used to be. I produce music on the side, like audio engineer, make beats and stuff like that. That's kind of been my avenue.
Cool. Okay.
You want to tell
All
about
right.
your career?
Um,
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah. Me and my brother Brennan, we used to make music under the name HB, and it was just some like sad like emo rap kind of stuff. But I made a lot of the beats for that, and that's kind of where I learned to audio engineer. And I would engineer for some of our friends or whatever they would come to. We had like a house studio, quote unquote. It's just like an interface and a laptop, but they would come over and record, and that's kind of where I
Well,
got
hell yeah. I mean, that's not just like anybody can pick up that skill and start doing it.
right. And it was genuinely quality. And that's why we knew he could do music. Like otherwise we would have just been coworkers or anything like that. But I had heard some of the music that you and Brennan made in the kitchen.
we had you send us guitar loops one time too.
Yeah, like that's where it started to grow. I'm glad you weren't shy about it at that time because I would have never known that side of you existed and never even considered you. But you have talent, you have vocal talent, and you showed it there too.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, you guys just kind of discovered that about each other, but individually, you know, from what I'm hearing is just you exhibit what you love and what makes you happy and you've pursued it. So that's, you know, the biggest thing is that you've pursued what makes you happy and look where it's got you. You've made
Yeah,
friends.
we're buddies.
Make a
and,
lot
like,
more when you guys are out playing your shows. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
The Dayton music scene's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, we'll have to talk about getting you guys to come to my hometown, Mansfield, which I know you guys. None of you have been to Mansfield, right?
No,
I don't think so then.
Okay.
Unless the other
So
two have.
maybe we're situated between Cleveland and Columbus. So we're right in the middle. So Cleveland's an hour north, Columbus is an hour south.
I've probably passed either by or through Mansfield and just like wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
'Cause, like
It could be.
I have been to Mansfield. So I do construction work, and there we built something there. I think it was, I don't know if it was like a water treatment plant or there was a bank. I think it was a bank, but my company I work for, we just built something out there recently. So yeah, I lied. I have been to Mansfield.
you should build a venue
Okay.
for us.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean,
next on the list.
there's an opportunity in Mansfield, like
For sure,
far
yeah.
far from us to deny it. Like absolutely.
Yes, definitely. I know of a couple places that would probably be really happy to have you. So I'll
Awesome.
give you their info. So how do you do that then? Are you guys you are just reaching out and doing your own booking pretty much?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
just been pretty much all three of us running the DMs of the Instagram, and we're all signed in. So we
All
text
right.
each other if it's a question somebody can't answer. Like he'll be setting up a show, and then they ask a gear question, so he'll come to us because we play the instruments, and yeah, we all just kind of manage it. And
Some of them have come to us as well. Like some people will reach out to us through Instagram, but like pretty much every show has been set up through there.
yeah, we've gotten lucky. Bands will just hit us up, and they'll just be like, "Hey, you want to play this show?" And we say, "Yeah." It's as simple as that.
And venues themselves will also be in the Instagram DM setting stuff up. Like Jesters, we have a conversation live now in Instagram. So the venues are involved with those conversations a lot too.
I love when the venue's involved. I want to
Yes.
respect the venue and their rules. Like before I get there, if we've never been to that venue, I don't like being in the dark too much. So
It's also great to have like somebody on standby for the specific questions like how many outlets are there?
yeah, can we plug
You
in?
said that so serious, but I get it. I could see how that you do need to know that.
I need to know outlets are grounded. It's important.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to ask you something else and it just left me. Yeah, so we're talking about Mansfield, get you a couple places to come here. Yeah, so um as you're as you're branching out, you talked about that you're like wanting to go out of state and play in different areas. Is there a state that you would not want to play in?
That's a little tricky.
That's not something I considered.
I don't think I would like not want to play anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if the turnout's decent, if the location's
If
This
I had to pick one, I
Right.
guess I would say Iowa.
This
because
is-
I've never heard of anyone.
Slipknot.
that's
Iowa.
Slipknot.
Slipknot's out of Iowa.
Yeah, bro, the
Iowa.
second album's called
I
Iowa.
can't say that. All right. All right. I will edit this part out.
Thank you.
I'm a poser, man.
I don't know about like from a musical standpoint, but I'm not too keen on going to Florida because I can't deal with humidity very well. Humidity might also mess with.
It's pretty bad, especially in July. It's awful.
I'm a little weird. I don't deal with humidity too well.
Well, you'll just have to jump from AC to AC.
I'm a baby. I can't do it.
I bet there's not much in the Minnesota music scene.
Yeah, probably not.
I bet
No,
there's
Minnesota's
not
big
much.
on, like,
You know
emo
what?
music.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it was a shot in the dark. I was in Minnesota for work at some point, and it felt very, very dead there. And so I don't know.
And not
So
too much
tell
on
me,
it.
what is it that you guys do for work? Hayden, you're in construction, right?
I've been working this construction job for a little bit, but I'm trying to be a chef. I've worked in a couple of fine dining places. I'm trying to move back into that avenue.
Okay.
I historically I'm a chef. I used to be a pastry chef at my last job, but for scheduling reasons, I currently just I detail cars, which I'm not very passionate about. But
Damn it. Why do you gotta
having-
live in Dayton? I need somebody to detail my car.
I mean, it's just CarMax. Shout out CarMax. But
Hey, hook us up with the Mansfield show, and he'll hook you up with the free detailing.
There you go. Yeah. You'll just arrive a little bit early, you can detail my car, and then you can go to the show. Okay.
that sounds
Deal.
like a fair trade. I would count cooking as like I've spent more of my life cooking and am more passionate about that, and I've had more jobs cooking. But technically, I clean cars for a living.
Okay.
And I work for an engineering company. wear a lot of hats. I build electrical control panels. I work in IT. I travel to a lot of job sites. I work in some stress, but it's paying the bills.
Yeah, Gabe has the big boy job.
The big boy job.
Big boy job.
He has the most light going from his eyes.
Well, I think it's pretty cool, Scott, that you are a pastry chef, though. I've never met somebody that is a pastry chef. I have a friend that he is a chef. He actually ended up working at a place in Columbus. God, age. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, he went to school and he ended up working at a pretty cool place that has like a big history to it in Columbus. Like it's one of those places where it's built and it's like really small when you go inside. It's got all the original woodwork and everything like that. But I know he wasn't a pastry chef. So yeah, I think you're the first person I've met.
It's a science more than it is an art. Baking is, I don't know. I loved it a lot. I didn't have a ton of experience when I became a pastry chef, but pretty much all my free time outside of work was at home messing around with recipes and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just aside from music, that's what I enjoyed most. I'm sad I don't get to do it for work anymore, but bills and time are non-negotiable.
Yeah. And I can't imagine that it's easy to break into that too as a chef.
It's it's hard to make a living out of it. That's for sure. But I mean, I technically started at Subway, but my actual start of my cooking career was at TJ Chumps with these two, and then moved up to Mud Lake Tap House, formerly in downtown Dayton. They've since moved to Centerville in like the last year, but I was the pastry chef there for a couple years. Started out just as a line cook, but I begged and pleaded to be the pastry chef so I could make menu items and bake because that's just what I like to do.
All right, very cool. So, like, when you guys have birthdays, are you willing to make them anything for their birthday?
If I
also wanted to answer this, Scott.
well, I mean, I have before. Gabe's birthday was most recently, and I bought him a cake from Meyer. Time has been very slim, but I mean, I'm willing to. That's for sure.
He just wasn't for me because he doesn't care about
That's
me.
not true.
And we're not really friends.
How many of my baked goods have you eaten?
I've eaten a lot of his baked goods.
That's what I thought.
And they are baked goods.
Okay.
They
right.
are good.
So,
Yeah, but maybe you should start that back up. Maybe you should.
That could be part of our show. Dude.
Once we have your pastries, once we figure out how to make a day longer, I'll do that.
well,
Just
yeah,
practice
or you
less.
could just like make part of your stage presence. Start wearing a chef hat.
There you go.
I can wear I still have my apron. I can do that.
You would look ridiculous on a stage with an apron on. But I love it.
Is that what would do that?
Yeah,
All right,
that
that's
is.
fair.
So, with the shows that you've got going on, anything crazy that has happened in the crowd, I should say?
In the crowd or
Yeah,
at Belmont last time.
Yeah. Was that? Yeah, that
Okay, I
was last
want to hear it. What happened?
Sunday show. There was almost a fist fight.
No, it was
It was a fist
it was a
fight.
fist
We were right up in there.
It tussled for a minute.
Bro, he was
Long story short, somebody got into the pit and was like upset that they got caught in the crossfire. And then these guys got into an altercation and started like a fist fight in the middle of it wasn't our set, but it was one of the other bands on the bill in the middle of their set. It was a whole situation.
Yeah.
the energy got really weird. Well, it was just this older guy. It seemed like he was a regular of the bar, and this was a hardcore show. It was a hardcore show. So there's a lot of brutality that can happen, but there's also some rules to it.
A lot of helicopter spin kicks.
Yeah. So he goes into the pit barefoot.
Hey, he was wearing shoes. I
He
forgot
was
about that.
barefoot. And with a beer in hand, spilling beer on the ground, and he gets caught in the crossfire by someone who's a friend of ours. He didn't take a liking to that, so he grabbed him by his shirt that he just bought at the show. It was one of our shirts, actually.
Oh yeah.
He bought a Plaster shirt, and then it immediately
Bummer.
got ripped. We gave him a new one.
So we became belligerent.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
incredibly belligerent. And then 20 minutes later, neither of them got kicked out of the bar, which was kind of crazy. But 20 minutes later, you and I are sitting outside, just getting some cool air. And that old guy's there talking. He's just yapping about, I just got my shit rocked. I guess there are rules to this now. It's like, oh my God, it was funny.
It's
Oh
great
my
being an
God.
onlooker. in situations like that.
It didn't happen during our set though.
This is Oh, and there was also at our first show, there was another, which was also at Belmont Billiards. There was another regular there that during our last song came up and was like hanging off.
Oh yeah, he like said I was sitting there. I forget which one of our songs. It was one of our heavier ones.
I think it was the last song.
I think it was. No, it was like Yodi Land or something maybe.
No, I don't know.
But it was one of our heavier songs. This guy's just up there in the front of the crowd, head bobbing, whatever, and he comes up and like throws his arm around me, and we're sitting there, headbanging to the song or whatever. But that was a cool moment. He just kind of came up and like grabbed me in the middle of the song.
He just
All the
needed a
exciting
buddy.
stuff.
Oh, goodness. So when you get some more of your singles put out, where all will they be streaming? So I know right now, like with Unsaid, I'm guessing Spotify, I know YouTube, Apple. There's probably a few other places I'm not mentioning or not thinking of.
Anywhere.
Everything but SoundCloud, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think every streaming platform but SoundCloud. So we've got it on YouTube, Spotify.
I don't know if it's on Bandcamp, which is people use that one now.
I mean, Spotify is definitely our biggest source, just because Spotify is like the biggest streaming platform, but it's on just
It's so
about
easy
everything.
to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it doesn't have Spotify, they have Apple Music. More than likely, it's on.
If not, they definitely have YouTube.
Yeah, everybody's got
Everybody's got YouTube.
YouTube.
You
I
might need
know.
to watch
Isn't it
ad,
crazy to
but
think too that like most people, like I guess 20 years ago, maybe less, no, probably about 20 years ago, but YouTube was how a lot of the younger stars got discovered.
Yeah.
Oh,
Think
I
about it.
remember early.
Isn't that
YouTube, it was-
crazy? And now it's, yeah.
and the MySpace era of music.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, MySpace. Yeah. Yeah. I
Me-
think that was the app where Tom was your first friend
Yeah,
on
Mhm.
MySpace.
me and Gabe have a soft spot for some of the MySpace era artists, like
Attack.
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh
I
my
set
God.
my friends on fire.
Yeah. I
It's
wrestled
it's
the bear one.
it's like a lot of it's goofy, but I don't know, something when the synth comes in.
There's always just a random synth just slapped in like 2/3 through the song, and I don't know. It makes me feel like violent.
It makes me smile.
It does make me smile. It makes me just take a little dance break, and then we're back to like heavy guitars, and
I love the MySpace era music.
it's so fun.
It's a guilty pleasure for sure. But
yeah.
So, what would you say? What is something that you would like for your audience to leave with after they see one of your shows?
Merch.
That's a good one. What all do you have out for merch right now?
We just have currently just a t-shirt design and stickers, but we're
Okay.
working on other designs to get for these next few shows.
I have a few shirt designs backlogged that I plan on having printed. Probably not within the year because we're focusing on these studio funds. But I have like a wave of new unique designs for shirts. But I would also like to diversify the kind of merch we have because
like maybe lighters or something, or
maybe lighters. I'm thinking mostly just like different types of
Like
shirts.
cigarette lighters?
I've seen a lot of bands do lighters and they seem to do well. So it was just an idea we had talked about.
Definitely stickers. Definitely
Really?
shirts. I want to get a long sleeve option.
Yeah.
But
Nice. Yeah.
back to the what I want people to walk away with after a show, aside from merch, I want people not only to think it was like well done, but I want people to think it was different. I'm very scared that we're just gonna fall into a box of sounding like. I don't want people to walk away and be like, they sound just like so and so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
I want them to be like that. I have not heard that before.
We just want the art to be realized. That's really what it is. Like I hope that people enjoy what we do. We work hard at it. It's not just we're just gonna get up here and just do it for fun. Like it's okay. It's okay to do things for fun and just have a good time with it and not take it too seriously.
I mean, people get excited when you play like covers. Like people love hearing a song they know. So there's no shame in that
Right. Yeah.
for us
Right.
specifically.
Yeah, I mean, when I find an artist that I love, I want to deep dive into, who they are, how their sound works, not necessarily just pick it apart to critique, but just to appreciate all the little details that go into it. And I hope people go in and listen back to our songs after a show and listen for those details and appreciate the details because we're just very intentional about the music. So
I just want people to have a good time.
It shows. You're
yeah, if they have a good time, then it's doing its job.
That is paramount. That is paramount for sure. I want them to have enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there I guess is there a band that you would not appreciate being compared to?
It's a tough one.
That's difficult. I mean, any band that exists in a way that we could be compared to. I mean,
Because well, I mean, you know what will happen, no matter how long you've been out, there's always some people that I guess they just kind of do comparisons as a way to to try and make sense of what they just heard in their mind.
right. If somebody says something like, "Oh, you guys kind of sound like Deftones," or they compare us to an artist like that, great. We're getting compared to an artist that's a lot bigger than we are. Usually a comparison isn't a bad thing. It's just,
Yeah.
well, you have some elements that reminds me of this thing that is also cool. So
I feel like anything that we would be compared to, it's probably going to be something that we took inspiration from. And so, like, from that perspective, I wouldn't be offended because, like, I mean, yeah, I'm glad we sound like a band that I enjoy. But I think I don't want to get compared to something with Ronnie Radke in it.
well, that's fair.
Goodness. Okay. All right.
Maybe just from a
Yeah, he can be pretty controversial for sure.
PR perspective, I don't want people to hear that.
Like Scott said, I don't think there's anybody I wouldn't like necessarily want to like not be compared to. I just don't want to fall into like a certain. I don't want to be stuck in a genre box or like a sound box or anything
I feel like it's more so I don't want to be compared to the same artist every time.
Oh,
That would
that's
be a
big
problem.
one.
Like if I'm compared to somebody once, that's fine. But if like every show we're getting somebody coming up and being like, "You sound like so and so," and it's the same so and so every time, like, all right, maybe we're not that good. If we're just making the
Maybe
same
we're
thing.
just
No,
a clone of this band.
Maybe
yeah.
we're boring.
No, don't think of it that way. It just probably would, give you something to think about. What is making them associate you with that person over and over for that
That's
band?
what I love about our set so far. Is
What
like
about your
they're pretty
parents? What kind of music did your parents play when you were growing up? Were they into hard rock, metal, or different genres?
My parents played that K-Love Christian radio, as soft as can be. Either that or, my dad really liked Van Halen. That's not something I draw inspiration from, even though Van Halen is like one of the most amazing guitarists in the world.
I mean, Van Halen may not be exactly my speed. Credit where credit's due.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that wasn't really what inspired me. So usually just 80s throwbacks, and my parents are very Christian, so they like their Christian radio.
All the non-secular.
Yes, they didn't want any
Yes.
cuss words. But for our
Right.
generation, we got iPods and stuff like younger, and we were able to explore at a younger age. So
Yep.
Oh yeah,
cousin-
believe me.
cousin-
You're
one of my
talking
cousins-
you're talking to a chick who had to rely on Columbia House to get my tapes in the mail and hope that my parents because my parents are Christian also, so they were very strict on what we were allowed to listen to. And I had to hide my Guns N' Roses tapes that I was getting in the mail from
I'm kind of
Columbia
in the
House.
Me and Hayden are on the complete opposite end of the spectrum from getting.
My parents were Christian as well, but they were also DJs. So like I got exposed to all kinds of different music, which is kind of why I can appreciate any kind of music. But yeah, when I say I grew up listening to everything, I mean like I passed the I listen to everything check.
I mean, for me,
How about Simon and Garfunkel?
I know some of their stuff, like actively listen to them.
Yeah, my parents.
The
Oh,
Sound of
there's the
Silence.
thumb again. There's the thumbs up.
Yeah.
a thumbs up again, and it came back. Dude,
Yeah.
you said no.
It
It was
just came
an
up.
accident. I was just agreeing.
I mean, I didn't have like my parents did not restrict me from listening to anything at all. I
Okay.
did not grow up.
Cool.
My family isn't religious, and they did not shelter me from exposure to any form of media. So they listened a lot of new metal, a lot of what could be considered butt rock. My mom in recent times has leaned more into the country direction, but when I was younger, it was mostly like System of a Down, Papa Roach, and like some a little bit older, like some Metallica. I remember when I was real little, I was obsessed with Metallica. Not as big a fan anymore, but that was probably like one I attached to my small childhood the most. But the Shinedowns, the System of a Down, Papa Roach, just that space is what I was hearing from my parents the most when I was younger.
I love that you said butt rock because, yeah, there's just some people that are there in my mind, they're never going to escape that. And ever since I heard that category, I'm like, yeah, I know why they consider you butt rock. And I'll tell you straight up, it's going to be Creed. Oh, God, what's the other? Chad Kroger. What's the
Back,
band that he's with?
what was it?
Nickelback. Ugh,
The
that's straight butt rock. Right. Oh, God.
sorry.
Yeah, actually, I just saw Caesar and Daughtry not too long ago. A girlfriend of mine, she wanted us all to go, so we went together and went and saw them in Toledo.
Well, they were
So,
playing
and
the other
actually,
night.
POD was with them.
That tour was playing right by us.
At the Rose Music Center. Oh, I just did it
Thumbs
again.
But
At the Rose Music Center,
Yeah.
we could hear it from our living room. We were like, oh, what was the song? I heard there was one. It's that one Seether song, like the Seether song. I think
don't
that's
use
what
that
it
one.
was. I heard it like in the background. I was like, something at the Rose? Who's playing Seether? And then we looked it up and saw that they were playing at the Rose. I was like, huh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Thought that was
Yeah,
funny.
I wasn't impressed with the music production there. It sounded like the sound was off
I've
when we were there.
seen a couple shows at the Rose. It's not my favorite venue. My first time there might have been a little tainted because it is like an open venue, and it was raining sideways the first time that I went there. So my first experience was tainted, but I thought it was fine. I don't know.
Rose, okay.
Definitely not my favorite venue.
That's what was cool about us all working at TJ Chumps is the Rose Center is right next to it, so we got to hear the bands play, whoever was playing there that night.
Yeah.
From out back on our breaks.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a bonus there too. Even if it is butt rock, right?
Butt rock is
Rock's fine.
I would argue that some butt rock is great.
I got to be in the right mood. It's like karaoke. It's karaoke rock, you know.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
butt rock
right.
is just
Yeah.
it's made for karaoke.
I mean, they're putting
Yeah.
some sort of drug in Creed songs that makes them fun to sing.
That's true.
Home and now.
That's what it
good time.
is. Well, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get to meet Alex and Jack. Okay. Trying to read my writing without my glasses. So yeah, but definitely I'm going to give you the info so that you guys can make contact and maybe come to Mansfield here in the near future, maybe
We'd
in the
love to.
next year. That'd be
Absolutely.
cool.
We would love to do a show out there.
And definitely tag me like when you guys get these new singles created too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will
Will do.
100% let you know.
All right.
I think we have was.
Well, one thing before we go is I just want to kind of give my own plug, and that is parents, if you've got kids and they don't really seem like they have an interest or maybe they're looking for something to do, music is definitely the place for them. And I'm a big proponent for, helping your kids explore that. So if they're interested in playing a musical instrument or they want to, go into production, editing, anything like that, help them out, get them to get those skills developed for them because as we know, music can do so many things for us, but for the young minds, it helps them develop in so many ways and music can save lives. So that's my plug that I put on every show that I have.
I said I couldn't agree more.
Thank you. Yeah,
course.
you just never know. And like talking to you guys, you guys have a big musical background that you started with at a young age.
Yeah, it's
I think it's really
connect-
cool. You guys have a lot of really cool skills among you as a band. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, Scott, Hayden, and Gabe, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. And until next time, Ohio, and as I'm coming out of Mansfield, Ohio, keep it real.